Mm. There are many ways that you can build your child's confidence short term and long term. One of the fastest way to boost your child's confidence is to teach them verbal self-defense. And what this does is if they're being teased on the playground, they know how to shut it down quickly without making a big deal, and it gets the teasing to stop. So that can build child's confidence really quickly to know that they can just stand up for themselves with their peers without getting angry, upset, or aggressive. And the really good thing about verbal self-defense is it's one of the easiest things to implement because it only takes about an hour and a half with our system to teach your child. It's a really good return on time teaching this to your child, and it's a skill that lasts a lifetime. So to build our child's confidence, we want to help them build up their self-image, and that's what they believe about themselves. And Metzl Maltz wrote a book called Psycho-Cybernetics, and it talks about how people only can rise up to the level of their self-image. So we want to empower our kids by catching them doing things right. So twice a day, look for something well that your child has done well and comment on it and point it out. And just do this consistently over time. And we don't want to, give false compliments, but I'm sure your child does several things well every day. And for parents, we can simply put this on our to-do list until it becomes a natural habit and is something that we do twice a day, but it can have a huge impact. We can also empower our kids to make decisions. So we can give them options like A or B. So we go to the hairdressers. Do you want to get this cut or this cut? So it gives them a feeling of being in control. We can also empower our kids with problem-solving skills, and this is another easy thing to do. So when something goes wrong, ask your child, how are we going to sort this out? What can we do to fix this? And this is going to happen at home. A dish will break. How are we going to fix this? How are we going to clean this up safely? And it gives your child problem-solving skills that they will eventually need at their job and gets them to be a self-starter and to start thinking about things. The best thing I ever did for my kids was giving them a homework program, and I actually got the idea from Ben Carson's mother. So Ben Carson is a retired surgeon and he is a political leader. And when he was a child, his mother actually decided they lived in a bad neighborhood. She was a poor single mother and she wanted her boys to do well. So she got the idea that they would go to the library every week and they would write a book report. So she had them write out this book report every week, and they did it for years. And she would review the reports. And what is absolutely astonishing about this is that she could not read. So they found out this later. But Ben's mother taught her kids discipline, work habits, and both her boys did well in school, which creates self-belief. And he went on to, have an exemplary career as a surgeon, political leader. And it started with simple discipline at home with his mother. So I implemented this, and honestly, I was astounded by the long-term results. So I figured out a homework system that would work for my kids. My son used this homework system all the way up to grade 7, and it was a non-negotiable in our house. By the time he was 18, he had graduated a year and a half early from high school, taught himself 6 languages fluently, taught himself how to play piano, and when he went to a teacher, he was able to skip 3 levels, and he just taught himself piano on YouTube. And during this time, he was actually diagnosed with a learning disability when my son was being bullied. And it was a very stressful time for our family. And I decided with my husband not to tell him about the learning disability. I just said, this is much harder for you than it is for other people, but you just have to keep going and trying and you will get better. And when the special education teacher found out that I had done that, she was just shocked that I had not told him. But he made tremendous progress, and it was incredible how much he accomplished within a short period of time with his disability, just working on it on a daily basis. My youngest son did the homework system all the way till grade 7 as well. And he's 15 now, and he just had 2 straight A report cards. He has a job at a place where there are events, so he cooks for up to 400 people at a time. It's quite high pressured, and he has done really well in his job. And he often will cook for friends. So, he'll go to a friend's house and cook for 6 people. And the other day, he cooked a group of people some burgers. And one of the friends just said to him, "Oh my gosh, this is like the best burger that I have ever had." And it has just built so much confidence in the kids doing things well. And it compounds the self belief in themselves. And you might say to me, "Oh, your children are super intelligent." And they are intelligent, but what really made the difference is the mastery, doing things well, doing them over and over again, and showing up and doing well in class, and the belief that they're smart. And it just compounded and compounded and compounded till now they have really good results. And we know that this is just the beginning for them because they have their talents, they'll find their road, and they will figure out whatever they want to do, whatever that may be. But we believe in them and they believe in themselves, and that is the most important thing for us. Doing several things to build up your child's confidence has tremendous effects over time, and I would also recommend martial arts. And people have reported within 2 or 3 months of jiu-jitsu classes or whatever the martial art may be, kids are no longer being picked on, and they just show up with tremendous confidence physically. So I would pick martial arts as something to do because we want our kids to show up well at school, in sports, and physically, just how they cover themselves, how they deal with social interactions, and all these things will compound to have an amazing result for your kid. Children often believe what we believe about them. So showing your child that you believe in them, that you know they can accomplish things, will have amazing results over time, and you will have your child showing up with confidence in no time. Leave a comment below and let me know what you found useful about this video, what you didn't find useful, or the best thing that you've done to build up your child's confidence quickly.